Hold on. Sorry about that. Alright, so today I decided to make a live stream because I am going to be. We all know that Godzilla X Kong Supernova is coming out in 2 years. And I just wanna, I wanna make a theory. I just wanna make a quick, theory of what I personally think it might happen in the next movie. And I'm gonna plot point every, because we all know damn well. Hold on. First of all, let me pull up that teaser because I'm gonna break every single piece down. So let's get into this. We're gonna get into some theories, and I still haven't fixed my speaker, so I'm not using my laptop because how horrible the quality is. So we're gonna. So let's type Godzilla X Kong Supernova because if you did not know, what's good, everybody? Welcome in. Okay. First, why is this thing on? Okay, 4K. Here we go. This is the best quality I need because I could give you guys the best quality that I can, but if I'm guessing correctly, if I zoom in here, it says something about Rome with the aliens and stuff and all that. Ooh, sorry, I need to clear out my throat. Hold on, sorry about that. So yeah, so we have this map here. I don't have my camera on, so I'm not gonna show you it, but I'm just gonna give you, I'm just telling you guys what I'm seeing. So obviously we got the monarch stuff, and then if I'm guessing here, there's just like some labels here, some like labels and stuff. We got the map here. I'm guessing this is like with the whole, with the Titans and the activity and all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if I could zoom this in because if I can zoom this in, I could get the best quality that I can. Unless if I take a picture of it and then zoom it in, but what's good, Curry? Welcome in. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. If y'all tuning in here, welcome in. Oh, first of all, hold on. Okay, there we go. All right. So, I'm just gonna show my camera. So obviously we got this right here. I know it's blurry. I'm doing good. Welcome in. By the way, I have this on 4K quality. Right now, I am making a theory of the next Godzilla X Kong Supernova movie, which coming out, and obviously with Godzilla with green atomic breath, I'm gonna make a separate video on my theory of what Toho is planning. Toho, you're not slick, but obviously we got Brazil, we got Brazil over here just rebuilding his $1 million project after the events of GXK. Obviously we got the Titans here. This little map here. I'm guessing whatever marketing this movie is gonna be, it's probably gonna be something big because if y'all remember back in King of the Monsters, where you had that little map where you could see all the Titans. So yeah, and then obviously we come here, but these barcodes here, I did, if you guys did not know, if you do go to a website and decrypt these barcodes, and it repeat. Here's what it says here, and it repeats: Godzilla and Kong, watch this space. Watch space Godzilla. Kong, watch space Godzilla. It's no coincidence that everybody's been begging for Space Godzilla. And as you can see here, we got the Funko Pop Godzilla right here. Which this, either one, this could be, the design for Godzilla in the next movie. And then obviously we got this cup here that says Keep Kong and Carry On. Meaning that we don't know what this is. But if you guys take a look at this, y'all might need to take a picture of this and save this for later. Because we don't know what Legendary might be cooking up with something here. And obviously we got the legend himself. Is that a dinosaur? Yeah, Sam Neill is obviously gonna be in this movie. And I'm guessing this is either the mother of the main character. And then obviously we got these papers here, which is kind of blurry. And then obviously we got that. But we got this here. Some cool stuff here. Obviously we got the Monarch stuff. And then some files here. But take a look at this. As we zoom in here. We got some flyers here. And I'm guessing this is like, documents of something. We don't know yet because, right now they're early, in production. And but if you take a look at this event, 10/31, this is taking place October 31, and it's taking place Arizona, which Arizona is famous for, aliens and stuff. And as we all know, Arizona is famous for alien stuff in there. So it's no coincidence that this movie, if what they're saying that the direction is gonna be a Godzilla grounded story, and we're getting, if we're getting Space Godzilla. I mean, if you guys saw, Space Godzilla versus Space Godzilla, it when it had little Godzilla and basically, teasing, the retirement of Godzilla. I'm not sure if we're getting that in here, because if they're gonna end this version of Godzilla, besides we got Toho Godzilla, we got -1, still kicking. If they end MonsterVerse Godzilla this early, I feel like it will be too early just to end the franchise. It's kind of too early to just end just make the character. I mean, Godzilla's gonna be 71 years old, as we know, because we're in 2025 and Godzilla's gonna be 71 years old. But here's the thing. We got some, we got connecting, and then this is host, and then we got all this stuff here. Obviously, barcode Godzilla and Kong watches Space Godzilla, meaning that we could see obviously Space Godzilla coming back. Because if you guys don't know, if you love the Sonic universe, which, hold on, let me show. Metal Sonic. Hold on, Metal Sonic. If y'all know Metal Sonic, we all know Metal Sonic is a massive threat to Sonic. I feel like Eggman is an iconic villain for Sonic, but Metal Sonic is a bigger threat to Sonic. Like, he's an intelligent with a very dark side. Like, he's meant to kill Sonic and become the one. But with Space Godzilla, on the other hand, Space Godzilla is a massive threat to Godzilla. Like, legit, it's like Metal Sonic, but in space form. Like, this guy is a massive threat, because if you guys don't know what Space Godzilla's powers are, which we're going to do that right now, abilities. These are Space Godzilla's abilities, which could potentially mean that this dude is going to be a massive threat to Godzilla. He has shield, telekinesis, obviously a beam, flight, durability, energy manipulation, gravity tornado, strength, obviously a hurricane, homing goes, intelligence, dodges Godzilla's, atomic breath, all this stuff. And obviously, this has a dark side. And he has regeneration, which is something that Legendary Godzilla has, but really doesn't do all that well, but this is all the abilities Space Godzilla has, and if you implement it into the MonsterVerse is capable. I mean, if you all saw what King Ghidorah did to Godzilla back in 2019, Godzilla got his got his butt handed to him like twice. I'm not gonna say three times because he was kind of amped. I feel like there's gonna be a scenario where if you guys didn't know, if you guys didn't see the Fortnite, Godzilla, season, I said earlier that Godzilla, because we all know that Godzilla has his evolved form. He's staying into his evolved form. But we all know people are speculating, is he gonna keep the pink and be at full capacity? Or he's gonna be blue, like the iconic blue, and just be at like 70% power according to some people speculating on this. But if you guys do remember the novel for GXK, which I do have it, I'm gonna read it, and then I don't want to say anything. I know they said that they were teasing that humanity was gonna go into a hollow earth and then do Shimo, and supposedly Shimo's gonna be making a cameo in this movie, but who knows? But I think that's it. And then obviously, if you look right here, we got Trapper, Eileen Andrews, and then one of these is gonna be a legacy character from the comics, which this is a big, 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 big move for the MonsterVerse, because if you guys didn't know, we have Monarch Legacy of Monsters, and everybody's wants, you know, Lee Shaw being in the next in a MonsterVerse movie and see how good that character will be, but a MonsterVerse character being in this film, this could potentially, we don't know what role this comic character can have, but this could lead a lot of things, but who knows? But we'll know once the trailer for this movie comes out. And obviously we got the emergency, as you can see here. But here's the thing. I know the speaker is gonna be scuffed, so, and obviously we got Godzilla X Kong Supernova. But here's the thing. If you listen closely at the end of this trailer, you can hear Godzilla's iconic roar. You're gonna hear Godzilla's iconic roar, which is that is a restock to his roar at the end of Godzilla King of the Monsters. Which this could lead, many people have said this is either Space Godzilla that's roaring right here, but it's legitimately our glorious King Godzilla just roaring. And if you listen carefully, you can hear him kind of like doing that low, growling noise. What's good, everybody? If y'all tuning in here, what's good? That's nice. Now here's the thing with that. I have a theory that when Kong Party got his butt handed to him by Space Godzilla, and Godzilla is furious. If y'all know, Godzilla has a hidden gem when it comes to attacking his friends. Because if once you attack one of his friends, Godzilla will be extremely angry. So what if this could be a huge role in the next movie? But who knows? If you guys have any, questions about that, or any questions for the next Godzilla -1 sequel, let me know. And the Godzilla the Ride for -1. So let me know. Let me know. I have a lot of speculations on how this movie is gonna be, and I hope, and I am very hopeful that Grant Spitor is gonna do an awesome grounded story for Godzilla, because this man, I haven't watched. Okay, I haven't watched. I am always a mother. I am a mother. I should say. My bad. I didn't. I didn't. But But hopefully he does a really good job with this movie. Um I am praying for God that nothing bad happens. I'm praying that nothing goes wrong with this movie, because everybody's been speculating that this might continue being the more silly and goofy level, the silly goofy level of of the last film. And I don't think so, because why would Legendary says, hey, we're gonna do a more grounded, serious, film, versus we're gonna versus switching to like the more silly and cartoony, one. Because remember, Godzilla is meant for nuclear war. If you turning Godzilla into fantasy, no one likes fantasy Godzilla. I like fantasy Godzilla. Some people don't like it, but listen, it's kind of growing on me. It's kind of growing on me. Um, but sometimes you need to go grounded, because once you go grounded, Godzilla is the character. That's his character. That's what represents him, and I feel like many Goji fans will probably be happy for that. I seen Godzilla -1, and I see why people get frustrated, saying that we don't like, cartoony Godzilla. We like it what it was, in -1, like the more villain Godzilla. But this is, you know, anti-hero Godzilla, here to protect balance. But here's my thing. If y'all remember in GX, Godzilla's Kong the New Empire, we all know y'all been complaining about the scaling on those characters. Like, oh, they're short, and then once they get into the real world, they're so big, but then you're like, they're not, big, like they were in the last, in GVK. But hopefully the scale for this movie, comes back. And I'm happy that the lore for the MonsterVerse is starting to kick things back in, because we all know, we all been complaining about the lore, and then how comic books are not, how the MonsterVerse comics are now non-canon, like Muto Prime, which Legendary, please, if you're listening to this, please make a Godzilla versus Muto Prime live action. I'm begging you, please, please. I would love to see Muto Prime live action. I swear to God, I will love it. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm genuinely am. And as a Godzilla fan in general, there's a lot of content. We got Toho, and then obviously Legendary. Like, Godzilla fans are eating good. Godzilla fans are eating good. Really eating good. Now, I would try my best to screenshot that picture in the trailer with the pyramids glowing, because I just want to see, on the bottom of the. I have no idea. Usually he doesn't pop in here more frequently, and I can see why. Party is busy because with school, and I'm doing this I'm doing this on a Tuesday, so it makes sense that he doesn't show up, but that's fine. I'm here too. We're just here to chill and talk about theories for the next Godzilla, the next Godzilla movie. Holy moly, I'm having a stutter problem here. But yeah, um, it's nice to have me. It's nice that I'm coming back to having more theories with the movies, because if y'all didn't know, I am a big fan of making theories. Always will be and always have been. And I just love making theories. Sometimes I could be right, sometimes I might be wrong. Who knows? But like, there is a lot of speculations for this movie, and I know damn well we're gonna get another awesome peak Godzilla movie. You see how I'm saying Godzilla movie, not Kong, even though it's Godzilla X Kong, because remember, Grant Spitor said a long time ago, you haven't seen the best Godzilla movie, which means he's gonna probably cook up a good Godzilla movie. Which, I mean, listen, when you hear a director says, "I am cooking up a best Godzilla movie," and then some people said this is not the best God, and then you might, and then you walk out of theaters and be like, "Yeah, this is the best Godzilla movie." So who knows? But that's just my theory, and that's how I am. But your theory might be wrong on, but everybody has their own theory, and I will keep making more theories on this. I'll probably be making like theory live streams, like for Godzilla -1 sequel, or obviously the next Godzilla film in the MonsterVerse, which is about damn time, because Godzilla needs that character development. He's been lacking. Kong has been, already got his character development already. I think it's time for. I think it's about damn time that Godzilla gets his character development back. And I'm just hopeful. I'm just hopefully that they do him well and they give him justice. Godzilla really needs that character development, because once you make a character go, sideline for like 2 movies in, you're losing that character development, because the point of a film is to build that character development. But if you don't build that character development, you're just losing audience to thinking, hey, this character is a really, oh, I like this character, and 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 then if you make, but I'm thankful that Godzilla's finally getting the character development and getting the justice that he needs. Now, updates for the Godzilla -1 sequel. We have no words for that. I know damn well that movie is still in development. It wouldn't not be surprised if Takashi Yamazaki just says, "Here you go, trailer already. See y'all in next year." Because it took Godzilla -1 released in 2023. Besides, once you hear a sequel happening, and then you don't hear it. Yo, Goji guy, what's good, bro? Welcome in, bro. Welcome. But if y'all tuning in, welcome in. Right now, we're just making theories for the next Godzilla. For the next Godzilla movie. Well, Godzilla X Kong. I just call it Godzilla movie. For the MonsterVerse. But yeah. Again, if y'all listen carefully, at the end of the trailer, you hear Godzilla's roar. That is just a restock of Godzilla's roar and King of the Monsters. Which, if you do, go on YouTube and then you type Godzilla King of the Monsters, the ending, you will hear Godzilla, do that roar. Go on to the Godzilla Kong supernova, you will hear that exact same roar. See? I know you're not slick. Legendary. I know your games. You're just hiding them from me. Y'all don't want to reveal who's the villain, because y'all did it with the new Empire. But let's just wait for right now. Let's just wait to see which villain it is, because I am 50% sure that it's either Gigan or Space Godzilla. I am 100% sure that it's going to be Space Godzilla, because there's no damn way that if you do the if you decrypt the barcodes, and I'm like, yeah. Yeah. But again, if y'all don't know, if y'all hold on. So here, okay, 4K. So if you decrypt these codes on if you decrypt them like on replay, it will say Godzilla and Kong watch this space. But then if you keep going, it will say Godzilla. It says watch this space Godzilla, Kong space Godzilla. Meaning that people are saying that Space Godzilla could be the new, protagonist. But at the end of the day, I am waiting for that first trailer to drop and seeing the new design for Godzilla. Everybody's saying that it's gonna be like the Funko Pop, which, yeah, I don't mind. I want a Funko Pop like that. But yeah, yeah, there's a lot of Godzilla, updates, but no words on the Godzilla -1 sequel. But apparently, if Toho, like, everybody's speculating, how Space Godzilla could work. I mean, if you're gonna do the whole Space Godzilla, origin, I will say do Hollow Earth, but like you need to have Godzilla's DNA and then obviously the black hole and all that stuff. But let's go on Twitter and let's see what's up. Let's see what's up, y'all. But what's good, Goji guy? Welcome in. If y'all are tuning in here, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, y'all. Logging in Twitter here. First look at the exclusive Space Godzilla Funko Pop. Ooh, that's nice. We first look at a new Amazon. Ooh, Destroyer. Okay. There's some exclusive stuff in here. But yeah. Interesting. What? What is the Alien Romulus concept artist tapped to design the monster for Godzilla's Kong Supernova? Okay, so we got some updates for this. We got some updates. And wait, unless this might be data mines, let's see. Okay, everything we need to know about this movie. Okay. Yeah, they changed the director. Oh yeah, this. Now, here's the thing. I know I'm not the one here that knows, but as we all know, we got Godzilla X Kong Supernova has some tremendous talents out the gates. Not only does the script obviously we're getting, the returning writer for Godzilla 2014, but we have learned that the film concept art was created by some who worked on the Alien Romulus, which that is kind of nice. That is very, very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see. Something to say nice about Space Godzilla. So what do you think Kong's role will be in GXK Supernova will be. I feel like he will be taking more of a, less of a role because, with Godzilla being the main protagonist of the movie, and you really want to make Kong, wanna settle down. You want to make Kong, grow his little his tribe and stuff. I don't know, that's a brain fart there. And yeah. Okay, so we got some updates of who will be the visual effects for Godzilla x Kong Supernova. And this was 4 hours ago. Will be the supervisor of the visual effects for Godzilla x Kong Supernova. It's previously credited to Avatar, X-Men, Pixar, Pixels, Spider-Man, Endgame, and Morbius. Not bad, not bad. Now Titan Chasers is dropping Supernova hints. Oh snap. Alright, y'all. Alright. So we got some updates. Because apparently, as I'm looking at Twitter right now, Godzilla x Kong Titan Chasers is also teasing some Supernova stuff. Because we all know that with this movie, as you can see, we got obviously Godzilla roaring at something at the star. This could mean that we could see Space God, which means, and it says here, Godzilla is ready for anything on the Siren Isles. And is pointing directly at this. Which this could mean that we might see some Godzilla x Kong hints. I mean, Supernova hints. Which I am very stoked for. I am very stoked and I cannot wait. But we already got confirmation that Daily Domain will be working on the visual effects for the next movie. But we all love. Sorry, pardon me. And then we got, obviously, but show me your time. Okay. So no updates just yet. Oh, what? Okay, Fortnite stuff, but that's not important. Wait, hold up. What is this? Yeah. First teaser for Fallout Season 2. Premiering December. Oof. Okay. And speaking about it, we got Jurassic World Rebirth right around the corner. Which, yeah, I'm also very excited for that too. I'm very excited that we're getting Jurassic World Rebirth and then we're gonna get Godzilla. I wonder what Titan has come visit the outpost. There's a lot of hints and teasers in this, which I'm pretty stoked. Lot of Marvel stuff. A lot of Marvel stuff. Minecraft movie. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's right. We could see a trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth, which I'm also pretty stoked for that. When Abaddon comes back, I hope one of our friends, like the King of the Monsters, will be ready to play Extermination. Yeah, that could be true. But there's really not that much news. So, I am gonna wrap it up here. That was fun. And I hope you guys did enjoy. Hold on. Wait, that could be him. Hold on, yo. Wait, that. Yeah. So yeah, let me know if y'all got any theories or anything. Oh my god, that is him, bro. Yo, bro. Yeah, bro. He just finished his live stream, bro. But yeah, that's really all. I just want to make like a quick theory. Yeah, there's a lot of teasers, so yeah, I'm just gonna end it here, y'all. That was fun. I had a nice time making theories and everything. So, yeah. See you guys in a next theory live stream.